Hero or villain? That is the ultimate question one must ask. Are you a hero or are you a villain? Because in my experience, every hero is just a villain in the eyes of his adversary. What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we have war number 8. Today we'll be facing off against H8FL8. I don't know much about these guys, but it really didn't matter. The conclusion that we came up with is that we need some wins, and we didn't really care who was in our way. We were going to try and achieve that. So today, the team that I am assigned to bring in is Nick Fury, Human Torch, and Apocalypse. I actually like this team. It's a pretty good team. I haven't used Apocalypse or Nick Fury in a little bit, and I like both of the characters, so I figured why not, let's just get in there and do what we do. Before we get into this though, guys, if you like this type of content, please consider leaving a like and a subscription. That greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm at getting more exposure and reaching more people such as you guys who like this type of content. Okay, let's do it. First off, on section 1, we have path 2. And these aggression fury nodes I am not good at all. I say that time and time again, and yet I find myself taking one. Apocalypse versus Mole Man is a good matchup. Because Mole Man cannot shrug Apocalypse's debuff, so when you parry, it's okay. When you heavy, he'll still bleed. He'll still apply his debuffs when you activate the specials, so it's all good. So we're going to go ahead and boost up. And the tricky thing about this first fight is that when he gains a bar of power, you gain a bar of power. However, when he throws his bar of power, you lose your bar of power. So that makes the strike counter significantly more difficult to manage, and you'll see me giving him a ton of furies. Unfortunately, when I realized that I needed to throw the special, he had already thrown his because I didn't combo into him the way that I needed to. There is me attempting to play the node. I did one more attack than I should, so that gives him his first fury. But so far we're in good shape. We're still relatively 100%. So here is us getting ready to throw another special, but he's already at 3 furies, so I haven't really been playing the node whatsoever. He's getting ready to throw that special 1, but he gets to a special 2, which I actually prefer to bait out from Mole Man anyway. His 1 and 2 are both easy to punish, but I prefer him to bait out the special 2 if possible. So here's what I'm talking about. There I finished my combo, which just gave him a bar of power, but then it took mine away since my combo was done and I had to allow him his turn to attack or whatever. So he's already up to 7 furies now. If we get smacked, this is game over. We did apply an invuln boost just in case we messed up, so I'm not too concerned, but still those bleeds or that electric shock can really do some damage with all those furies. But down he goes. We lost about 5% on that war, or on that fight, so that wasn't too bad. Next up we have this anti-venom, and I'm going to take Nick Fury on this fight, and yeah, the invul boost is still on, so the idea is just to nuke them down and use special 1s when I get them. I don't play the strike counter fury node, really. You probably should, but the idea that I had was to bait out his special 1 and throw my special 1s. I don't really want to push him to a special 2. It's easy to evade. He just throws like a, I don't know what it is, a part of himself at you, like a spear. There I got clipped. Fortunately, I did have that invul boost, so it didn't cost me, and I took a little bit of degen because I was trying to bait out his special. There I just go for a 5-hit combo into another special one, hopefully to incentivize him to throw his. He does, and then I go in immediately to punish for the last 5-hit, and I drop him. So we end up losing about 3% health. So both fights pretty clean in my opinion. Could have been a little bit easier, but my opinion is you want to attempt and play the node. That is my suggestion to you guys on Strike Counter Fury nodes. Alright, next fight we have this Professor X, who does benefit from high ground on Mixmaster. And thank you to Chaos, because he gave me his Human Torch pre-fight, so I can keep mine for now because I'm going to need it in a later fight. So I also want to thank Fern for giving me his White Magneto pre-fight for the guidance boost. I backed all the way out there because I did not see both of the pre-fights on there. I had only seen the guidance and I did not see the flame on. So when you don't see it, that means it's probably not applied. So you want to back all the way out of the war and then go back into it like I just did and see if that pre-fight is on there to avoid any mishaps. So here I go for medium light. I'm pretty much going to stick to a medium light, and then I start to do a medium light medium into a heavy, and that's still fine. Or I'm sorry, I did a medium into a heavy, and sometimes I did that. I just wanted to make sure that I was making sure that I switched up my combos, and he's melting really fast. So even though he has like a little high ground for a brief period of time, it really didn't affect the outcome of this fight. This was a very clean fight in my opinion. Only took about 30 something seconds and he was done. Alright, so this is previous day. They dropped the boss and I have the last 3 fights for our battle group. I was half asleep when they told me that I have the last fights, and I was just kind of like, alright, let me hurry up and take these fights so I can go back to sleep. That's really not recommended. You should probably be fully cognizant when you're taking war fights that are important. Even if you've won or lost the war, it doesn't matter. So not making any excuses or anything like that, but I'm telling you guys what I do because this is what I did. And hopefully we can all learn from my mistakes and do better than me. So that being said, I boost up. I have this Mojo on Ebb and Flow Intercept or something like that, and it's not a hard fight, I don't believe. I've taken several Mojo bosses. I've taken several Mojos across the map on different minis and regular paths, so I'm very comfortable with taking Mojo. I do not take off dexterity when I fight Mojo. I never have. In my experience, it's never been needed. By the time he got all his prompts, he was dead or I was dead, and most of the time he was always dead. I don't remember dying to a Mojo ever. But anyway, we're gonna save our pre-fight and we're just gonna go in there with our regular incinerates, and this should still be enough to drop him. So immediately parry, we go for a 3-hit medium light medium. He dashes back and comes back into me, which I immediately intercept him. So now we're doing big damage, and basically I want to bait his special one. I want to take all that on the block to build up my smolders, because we are basic incinerates right now, and that is doing massive damage to him. So that is the strategy. We do a 1-hit backdraft. We get another intercept, go into a special 2. He's just about done. I go for a full combo. If that did not drop him, I was going to drop my special 1, and that certainly would have done it. So simple fight. Moving on to this Nick Fury. I was asked if I wanted a Horseman Apocalypse to take this Nick Fury, and I was thinking at the time yesterday that I didn't want that. I still think that this fight was on me. Again, I was not fully awake. I had only been sleeping for about 3 hours before I woke back up and saw the message and just finished my fights early this morning. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a hard fight. I just think that I made a lot of mistakes during this fight. So there, I tried to do a draft back. He catches me. I lose a good amount of health right there from the beginning, but then I get my intercept the second go around. I think I need to be a little bit more patient instead of anticipating the AI's moves like I often do. I need to just react, and that's the difference right there. I mean, when you're doing an intercept, there's a couple of seconds that you actually have before the AI and your AI connect. So the difference between anticipating gives me an additional second if they play into you like that right there. However, if they come to me, it gives, I lose a second, but I still get the intercept a little bit safer, if that makes any sense. But anyway, yeah, I did a lot of anticipating this fight, and it ended up costing me, as you'll see. But so far, so good. The strategy for this fight is to push him to 2 bars of power and get my intercept so we can do pretty big damage. Apocalypse does big damage regardless if he's fully ramped up or not. He hits hard and he is a tank. So we're trying to bait out his special 2. He's being a little stingy right now. So we're just gonna try to play calmly and patiently. And there he goes. He throws it. There I go for another draft back. I nail it. I go into my special 2, and this does some pretty good damage. I thought that was actually going to drop him, but it didn't. And thanks to that, what is that? Mighty Charge, he loses the degen off of it. So now I just got to be a little bit more patient. I bait the special 2, but I blocked it for some reason. My reaction time was off on that one. That was completely on me. I don't know what happened there, but I was still able to parry him since he was not in his since he was in his life model decor. So now he is in the real Nick mode. He's going to hit a lot harder, and he becomes stun immune. So now the real fight begins, as they say. So there is a perfect example of me anticipating that my draft back was going to work, and I instinctually just threw my special 2. I should have been punished right there. It wouldn't have killed me, I don't believe, but it would have done major damage to almost drop me. There I got intercepted, and look at that bleed. It ticked for a lot. So now I'm in trouble. Now I gotta, step it up or get killed. So I get him to the special 2, which is good, but he still has protection on him. And I have to bait out this special 2 and not block it so I can retaliate. All right, so he throws a special 2. We go in for the combo. There, I throw the special 1 once again, anticipating that he's going to come at me, and he definitely does not. Fortunately, I had enough space into where I was able to block to where he couldn't punish me. And then we get our intercept. Here, I opt to dex out of the last little half. He's at unblockable, and I stopped. I should have been tagged there, and that probably would have ended me, but fortunately, I reacted pretty swiftly when I realized I was just kind of standing there. I dashed back and dashed back in, and that was enough to take him out. Very sloppy fight. Horrific fight. That is an example of why you do not take fights while you're halfway asleep. It ended up working out, but we could have died so many times. We should have died. Fortunately, we didn't, and lesson learned. We're not gonna do that again because it's just not worth it. So last fight for us, we have this Sasquatch mini, and I am going to use Flame on. Still halfway asleep, but this fight is no way near as bad as the last one. So we go for a 2-hit combo into a draft back. We get it. Now we're going to do our regular medium light mediums. The first part of special 1 I allowed to hit me. It's the second part that you want to watch out for that can stun you. You don't want to block that because he has a chance to stun you. So here we're just being patient. I get tagged there trying to intercept. My reaction time is slow. That was on me. It wasn't anything else. It was just me reacting slow. There he's in Wrath of Tanorak, so he gets a little more aggressive. I knew he was coming at me because they charge a lot, kind of like Terax does when he's in his rock shield form. And yeah, so he's already almost down now. We're gonna have to bait out this special too, which we do. We go for another draft back, we nail it, and now he is just about done. We get another intercept, and down he goes. So that was my war. Our BG ended up winning 3-6. 3's a little steep for us. We like to be 2 or under, but we got it done. And we actually won this war, guys. We needed a win, and we got a win. This was a very ugly win. Changes will be made from what I'm told, so that way we can stay competitive. Unfortunately, the reality of the situation is that sometimes you got to make a change in order to get to where the destination of which the ally is headed, and that's okay. But Slaymon, congratulations to you, my friend. Slaymon is an awesome YouTuber. I'm gonna leave a link to his most recent war. He's an Omega Red player. He's awesome. Clown, you know I love you. Fern, my BG guy. Congratulations to you guys. You guys are beast. And congratulations to the H8FL8 guys. We'll see you guys next time.